I've had a few requests on how I make some of the projects that I've done. My brother's birthday is coming up, so I decided to make a video on how to make a pen. The first step in the process is to drill a hole in your pen blank. So the first thing you need to do is drill your hole in your pen blank. I've got my pen press set up, and I've got a 27/64 drill bit, and I'm using a Penmaker's drill bit, which has a pointy tip to keep that drill bit from drifting left or right. Normally I would have my vacuum on, but for the video that would be too loud. I got a little squealy on me.
Daddy.
And there we go. We're all the way through. The next thing we're going to do is I've taken some sandpaper and I've just gently sanded the surface of the brass insert for the pen. I think you can see it on the camera when I get the light right, but it adds a whole bunch of, it gives the glue something to grab onto. So then I'm going to take some medium thick super glue, and I'm going to put super glue. I'm going to use a little activator here on the end to get this to stay in. And I've got the brass tube in there, inset a little bit on both sides. And then next we're going to level out and trim the ends. I've loaded up my drill press with my pen blank reamer tool. I think that's what it's called. What this will do is make sure that both ends of my pen blank are going to be even with the brass tube in the middle. We're going to go ahead and true it up. I'm just using my Easy Wood Tools roughing gouge, and we'll get that round. I'll turn the speed up about 1800. Okay, now I'm going to take my round, I don't know, they call this maybe an easy finishing tool, and just going to get this shaped up. Alright, I've cleaned up my mess. We've got this turned down to where I want it. Next step is to go ahead and go through all of the different sandpaper grits. I'm going to start out with 80 grit. Again, I would normally have the vacuum on, but I think if I did that it'd be way too noisy. So for now I'm just going to do without it. I'll slow the speed down all the way. And we'll just start to... And we'll just start to sand this up. I try to be as smooth as possible. Go back and forth pretty gently. Let the sandpaper do the work. You know, all the cliches. You want to help me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Please. Oh, pretty, please.
All right, that's 80. We'll go ahead and move.
I have one.
Move on. Yeah. All right, my son wants to help out, so he's gonna do. Because this, after all, this is for his uncle.
I'm doing that.
That's great. I like your technique.
Thanks. Oh, look at that.
You did very good.
I'm doing myself, Dad.
Keep an eye on it. Nice and smooth, back and forth.
Okay, first, we need only this first, and then what color first, after this color?
Here,
Whatever, kids.
after this color is yellow.
What?
Get it cleaned off, and we'll get a peek at it.
Peek at it.
It looks like it's got some nice. Right here, that's gonna be beautiful when we get the finish on there. Looking good. All right. So I'll take a break for a second. We'll come back, and I think I might even go over this a little further with some microfiber pads to get that super smooth. Now the next thing I do is on this particular pen, I'm going to go through the grits with these micro mesh sanding pads. I add a little dab of water to them and then run them back and forth, gently, all the way up to 12,000 grit, and it leaves just a silky smooth finish on these things before I put the final polish on. Usually I just run it till what do you call it, till you get this slurry built up. The first one here is 1500. Run that. There we go. Look at that. See if I can zoom in. There you go. That is pretty nice. Got some larger, kind of pores opening up. I don't know if that's tool marks or if it's the wood, but I think when we finish that, it'll look really nice. That's a pretty nice looking piece of wood. So, alright, next I am going to finish it with some Mylans high build, and then we'll get ready to assemble the pen. Okay, so I'm going to use some Mylans high build friction polish. This stuff is just fantastic. And you put it on, just dab a little on a cloth, and we just put it on nice and smooth like that, and then we turn up the speed and create a little friction. Add some pressure to it. The friction causes heat, and that causes the finish to build, to cure. Look at that. That's just one coat. And let me zoom in here. Just look at that shine. That's just one coat, just like that. So I'm going to let that sit for a couple of minutes, go up and help with bedtime, and then come back, put a couple more coats on, and then it'll be assembly. Whew! That looks great. All right. So there's our blank, and it looks terrific. So now what we'll do is take this over to the assembly table and we'll put it all together. Alright, so we've got our pen blank made up, and now what we need to do is assemble the pen. What we're going to do is just press these two pieces together. Now with these stylus kits, this soft top, you have to be really careful not to damage that stylus. So I usually take a scrap pen blank with a hole that's big enough to fit over that stylus, so that this doesn't get smashed. So I'll put that like this. Then we'll press these two pieces together. Like that. And that's nicely pressed together without ruining the tip. I learned that the hard way, that's for sure. And then these two. And then those two pieces fit right together. And there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed my, I wouldn't call it instructional by any means, but I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse of what I like to do. I sneak out here after the kids go to bed and, you know, try to keep busy. This is my home shop, and I hope you enjoyed the show. The pen really came out great, and I think my brother's going to enjoy it. So feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.